Bash the Stampede here. We're having a bad day. Oh, actually, I've been having like in-game pretty gnarly 7 days. Let me show you why real quick. I have been put on Screw Bash the Stampede mode. Let me show you. Let me show you why, and let me show you the history first before you say, well, Vash, you must have sold a lot of dilithium or something like that. That's just not the case, sir. I have not sold dilithium in a while. It ain't over that. Let me show you something else real quick. And before you say, well, Vash, you always send in a lot of tickets. I put in 5 tickets in 2 years, guys. And notice how they're all saying solved, but remember, in game they're not. And let me show you my purchase log real quick. So I didn't buy $100. I bought $50. They put my account in Zen probation and ignored my tickets. I haven't harassed anyone. I haven't done nothing wrong. You know, for a record, they accused me of stolen valor. Cryptic Deb, Oak Harbor, Washington, Oak Harbor Naval Air Station. About 6 years ago, 7 years ago, one of the Cryptic Debs called the naval base that I was living on and reported me for stolen valor. Notice how they stopped saying that about me in game? Because they fucked around and found out I showed them my DD Tag 214. Oh, they stopped saying that. Then they said I lied about my cancer until they got on Facebook. Went through, I got like 700 photos on my Facebook wall. And they went through the one photo that had some information on it. Was my medical marijuana license. And it said chemotherapy, reason for having it. So they got proved wrong about stolen valor, and then they got proven wrong about that. Then they got Skylar in Karat said I was a drug dealer for years because I own a medical marijuana dispensary. Made a shit ton of money off of chronic. That being said, then they called me a chomo, and I've never been on a registered sex offender list, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a buttload of kids, and that kind of really made me upset. That being said, every ticket I've ever put in has been a response to these guys. I am not the cause, I'm a reaction. And when they marked my tickets as solved, and notice look at the tickets they're ignoring, guys. That's hardcore. You know, that's just one example of them ignoring my tickets on legendary bundles. On this time it was a $50 purchase they nerfed my account on. Last time it took them 3.5 weeks to get me my bundle. But my account's not been nerfed. They're not playing fair. Here's the deal, y'all. What my videos have proved is every one of those guys, and some of those guys made fun of me for being Jewish. Some of those guys said some stuff that really should not have been allowed in game. I've never actually got a terms of service violation. You know that? Not one terms of service violation since beta. But somehow I'm the troll. I never made comments about people's religion, politics views, other than I hate New Track, because basically New Track, I just feel like I'm being lectured to. Star Trek Next Generation, I let you approach the issue that they wanted to address and let you make the decision on it. And it gave you a great story while giving you progressive politics. It wasn't a lecture, it was a self-discovery. Maybe that was the best part about Track back in the day. Anyways, I digressed. This is Bash the Stampede proving flat out proving. And I'm showing y'all my ticket list mainly because I don't want y'all to say, well, Dash, we know you blew up the devs and we know you're just been harassing them and all this stuff. No, the only thing I've ever threatened them to sue them over was the stolen valor thing. I have the police report from Oak Harbor Air Station, Naval Air Station, and a statement signed by a notary with the airman's name on it that answered the phone call. A cryptic dev at the time called a Naval Air Station to get a player in trouble and lied on him. And now this same group of people is getting rehired. I don't like the new devs. I was hoping when these Epic came in, we would get better devs and we would start being treated more fairly. Not judging me because someone accused me of being a chomo, someone accused me of stolen valor, someone accused me of being a drug dealer, someone has accused me of being a bad person while providing no proof of nobody. Someone accused me of lying about cancer. And I'm sorry, if that doesn't make you upset, I don't know what does it. Especially if you haven't done nothing wrong in game. Why would they call a Naval Air Station? And on my longer video, because this is going to be in the YouTube Shorts, on my longer video, I'm going to post the police report. And my wife's going to tell you how Brand Flakes, how all of this started back in the day with Brand Flakes following around an active duty Navy woman, my wife, calling her a fat dude in game, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Because there was I have 3 different accounts, and basically what it was is my son had an account, my wife had an account, and I had an account. My wife quit playing and my son quit playing because they were harassed out of game. For what? I've never had a terms of service violation, guys. If you're mad at me for calling the office at Cryptic Studios and saying I'm going to sue you guys if y'all don't do something about this, I'm giving you an opportunity to correct it. You muted me 4 different times. And Navi, I even have the email chain from Navi proving that I was muted unfairly, and they lifted it. So I've been muted. I've been harassed. My family's been harassed. Everything else. And on top of all of that, they won't answer my freaking tickets. For what reason? For a $50 purchase? And I want y'all to go, and I want y'all to watch my other videos. Yeah, I'm upset at them, and I put a lot of emotion into the things I do. But I'm not some, I got too much emotion some days. Sometimes it's hard for me to bottle that shit up. Period. I'm a hyper skinny, 6 foot tall dude, and I love to be active. That being said, this is Vash the Stampede in all of his glory. Whoa! Have a great game. And to the devs, quit nerfing people's accounts. Because this video, the documented evidence about the police report from the Naval Air Station, and the documented evidence that every one of you guys were involved in some of that stuff, is going to go to my lawyer's office. Because this is getting to the point where a whole company, you're willing to take my money, but penalize me for what? That is a crime. So, please, unnerf my account. Allow me to use the lithium exchange. Please and thank you. And always, have a good game, guys. And play Eve. I'm not even gonna lie, Eve's toxic, but man, at least you can make money playing Eve. All you're gonna do is lose money on Cryptic Studios and Epic Games. Because here's the dealio, Epic Games is allowing this to happen. They're hiring the same devs that brung in, that let all of this happen in the first place. So, that being said, be careful buying in on Epic Games and Cryptic Studio games. Because if the devs don't like you and they want to steal your name, oh, that's something else. I went to register my game handle on the Epic site when the site was allowing cross connecting. Imagine that, someone from Star Trek Online already tried to steal my game handle on the Epic side when there wasn't one before. Remember, they've been trying to force me out of the game for a long time. Harassment, everything they could do. And I play Star Trek Online because I love Star Trek. Period. Love Kirk. Love Sir Patrick. We don't agree on politics, but yeah. This is Vash Stampede. Saying I love Star Trek Online. Please keep the game fair. Nerf my account.